The OnePlus 7 series has been confirmed. We are getting 2 devices this time to launch on May the 16th here in China and a couple of days on the 14th of May in the rest of the world. We're getting a OnePlus 7 device and a OnePlus 7 Pro device in addition to a OnePlus 7 Pro 5G edition. The 5G version will be the OnePlus 7 Pro with that 5G chip put inside it. So one of the biggest bits of news about these devices this year is the new display that OnePlus are using in their OnePlus 7 Pro edition. This has actually been confirmed by the CEO himself on Weibo here in China. He didn't specifically confirm the 90 Hz rumor, but he has said that the screen this year is going to be very special and it's going to cost 2 to 3 times the amount to put in the phone as compared to the normal version that they've put in previous devices. The OnePlus 7 will be getting a 6.4 inch screen around about HD quality. That won't be the new expensive 90 Hz screen. You'll have to get the Pro version for that 90 Hz refresh rate. This is going to be extremely good if you're a gamer and you want incredibly fast refresh rates, but it is also going to make the entire operating system when you're using the phone feel much snappier and quicker. Even though both of these devices are going to be using a Snapdragon 855, and we've seen this in a whole host of flagship phones this year, including the Xiaomi Mi 9, it might feel just snappier because of that screen refresh rate. Also, that Pro version, 6.7 inches, is going to be a huge screen. I have the P30 Pro here from Huawei. This is the Xiaomi Mi 9. The P30 Pro is about 6.47 inches. The OnePlus 7, 6.7 inches. It is going to be a very big phone. Having said that, the 7 Pro will be completely bezel-less. It looks like the 7 Pro is going to have a pop-up camera on the front. Not everyone is a huge fan of pop-up cameras. What are your thoughts on OnePlus putting a pop-up camera in the Pro version to give you that fully bezel-less display? Definitely, in my experience, the first generation pop-up cameras were just too slow in the way they went up and down, but the new crop manufactured by BBK, the owner of OnePlus, Vivo and Oppo, are definitely better than before. If you look at the Vivo pop-up cameras, they are definitely quick enough, and I've been told that you can even open a bottle of beer with the pop-up camera when it's up. I've not tried it myself, but if you've got one, maybe give it a go and tell me if it works or not. Actually, don't do that. I really don't want to be sued. So that 6.7 inch display is going to be crammed into the smallest device possible. The OnePlus 7, it looks like will keep a water drop notch at the top there. This is going to be a cheaper device and look a lot more like most of the other flagship phones that we're seeing in 2019. Both will carry under-screen fingerprint sensors, which is the norm in 2019. They should be getting updated versions. Actually, on the OnePlus 6 and OnePlus 6T, those were first generation type units, and in my opinion, a little bit slow, especially compared to the newer phones. Anyway, I'm looking forward to an upgrade in those sensors. How about the cameras? It's rumored that the OnePlus 7 will feature a double camera on the back. It's looking like the main sensor will be 48 megapixel with a secondary sensor. Some people are saying that will be a time of flight sensor, although that doesn't sit too well with me considering the OnePlus 6T had a double camera on the back with 2 imaging units. I'm not sure why OnePlus would take one of those imaging units away just to leave a single camera on the back there. So in my opinion, that really should be a secondary zoom camera. But if it is a time of flight sensor, then obviously OnePlus are expecting most people to go for the OnePlus 7 Pro because they're putting a triple camera on the back of that one. That will be a typical 2019 setup, a main sensor, 48 megapixels. You'll get an ultra wide camera in there and a 3x zoom telephoto camera as well. Battery capacity looks pretty good on both of them, 3,700 for the OnePlus 7 and around a 4,000 milliamp hour for the OnePlus 7 Pro. But you are getting a huge screen in this one, so we'll have to wait and see just how good the battery life is on that phone. With it being a 2K display and having 90 Hz refresh rates, this thing might just burn through battery pretty quickly. All the rumors point to the lowest gigabyte option being 6 gigabytes and actually going all the way up to a 12 gigabyte RAM option. That will probably be reserved for the Pro version and possibly even the 5G version. But on the spec sheet at least, I think the OnePlus 7 Pro seems to be the evolution from the OnePlus 6 and the OnePlus 6T. The OnePlus 7 looks to be a watered down version. You're not getting too many upgrades from other OnePlus phones. So the OnePlus 7 Pro, in my opinion, is the one we should be looking at. So what about the price? Actually, the CEO himself responded to a comment on Weibo here in China asking, is 5,000 RMB enough to buy this phone? And he replied saying, more or less. 5,000 RMB is about 750 US dollars. Although sales prices do change, it's not a one-for-one exchange. So even though these prices here are just an exchange rate from 5,000 RMB, the actual selling price in your country may differ. So that's it, everything you need to know about the OnePlus 7 devices. We can be pretty sure of all of these specs by now. They're going to be launching on the 14th or the 16th of May, depending where you are in the world. I'm definitely looking forward to getting one of those devices on the channel, giving it a test out and comparing it to some of the other phones in the category.